the CEU community. This screencast is meant to help you either add or edit your academic profile. So let's begin. You will begin by logging in, of course, to the system. That's the link in the upper right corner of our home page. Clicking on that, you're taken to our user account where you can add in your Novell ID and your Novell password and log in. Once you've logged in, you are taken to your main user account page. And if you have not yet edited, or I'm sorry, if you've not yet added your profile, you'll see this link, Create Your Profile. And obviously we want to click on that link. With that link, we're now taken to the Profile Adding and Editing page. You'll notice on this page that there are various red links, and these are called field sets. These field sets can be expanded or collapsed. And this is a handy way to navigate through a page and add the information, is to go section by section, open the field set, fill it in, and collapse it. So let's do that right now. The first field set is groups, and this actually you can just not touch, leave as collapsed. You don't need to do anything within that section. Personal data section. This is pretty obvious. It has your first name, your last name, and your portrait. We're using a so-called Drupal dummy account, so I'm just going to put in Drupal dummy for the purposes of this demonstration. Under first and last name and a portrait. You need to hit Choose File. I'm selecting a file. Then I'm hitting Upload. And the portrait has been selected. Remember, the portrait does not have to be any particular size. If it's a larger size, that's okay. The system will automatically downsize it for the purposes of this photo. Now this section is finished. Let's close it by clicking on that link, and now let's go to CEU Data. CEU Data, we have a few different selections here. First is type. This is important. You'll see in the drop-down list we have faculty, staff, research fellow, student, PhD student, master's student, external, and alumni. Most of you will likely be either faculty or staff. Basically, whatever you are in this list, please select it. I'm going to select faculty for this demonstration. Academic rank. If you are a faculty, then you have the academic rank option. They are listed here. For the purposes of this demo, I'm going to be an assistant professor. And then we have the position field. This needs to be filled in. This is if you have a title that's not related to your academic rank, but rather if you're the director of a MA program or director of a center or something else like that, you can enter that here. So I'm going to enter in director, and it's typing in Center for European Enlargement Studies, and just for the sake of argument, we'll have that entered here. Now CEU unit. This is important. You'll see a big list of CEU units, including departments, centers, etc. This is the unit to which you are formally employed. So generally this is only going to be one unit. Please select that unit. Just for the sake of this demonstration, I'll click on Department of International Relations and European Studies. However, you should obviously pick your own unit here. And that's it for this section. So now we can close this. CEU data. We've closed it. Now let's go to contact information. This is quite an obvious one. You have a building drop-down list. Select not over 11. Just typing in random room and phone number. Again, use the standard to which you want to use in your phone number and your email. This email address will be protected from spam robots, so you don't have to worry about that. Let's now close contact information, and let's go to the most significant part of this section, which is academic profile. Within academic profile, you have several fields. First is qualifications. This is actually talking about your degrees. So here you simply want to enter in what degrees you have. Generally in the format something like MA, International Relations, University of Manchester. But of course you should put whatever your degree is. So let's say you have a PhD in human rights from UCLA, and so on. Whatever your qualifications are, please put them in. If you need to put more, simply click Add Another Item, and you can add more. The short biography. This should be under 1,000 characters. This is an important thing to fill in because it's going to be what shows up in the short versions and the faculty lists that could appear in various pages, like the overall CEU faculty list or the faculty list on your departmental page. Typically, you will have this saved somewhere else, for example, in a Word document or another website. For the sake of this demonstration, I have a lorem ipsum text, and let's say that this is my short description. I'm going to copy this, going to my short biography. I always want to paste things using this T. This little T is important because it pastes it as plain text. It's very simple. You simply copy it in and you hit insert. And here you have your short biography. Now, if you have a longer biography, that's where that goes in academic, professional experience, and achievements. Again, you can select your biography, preferably in a narrative format, but you may also have bulleted points. Let's say this is my full biography. I'm copying this, going to Drupal Dummy account. I'm pasting this in, insert. I'm expanding this window with this bottom right expander here. And now this is very much like Microsoft Word. Simply take out the spaces and I have what I want. Do I need to insert a bulleted list into this? No problem. Let's go grab a bulleted list. This could be from a web or from a Word document, either way. I'm copying. Again, I'm using the T, pasting, and insert. Now you'll notice, just like Microsoft Word, if I highlight this, find the bulleted link icon here, select it, and I have a bulleted list. If I want to link any of these words to some external page, I simply highlight the word. You'll see the link button here. We hit link, and you type in the full link, university.com. Insert. And now you have your link. So this is your short biography and your full-length biography. If you want to attach a CV, that's no problem as well. You can simply choose a file, find your file, and then hit upload. I don't have one waiting here, but that's fairly standard. Once you've uploaded it, it will be attached automatically to your profile. Then you also have affiliations. If you need to highlight more than one center or department that you are conducting research or work in at this university, this is the place for that. Affiliations is simply to select any and all affiliations you have. So now I can say I'm in the Department of International Relations, but I also, let's try that again, but I also are doing work for the Center for Environmental Progress, and I also have an affiliation with ACRO, the Academic Cooperation and Research Support Office. That's okay. You put as many as you need in this section. Scrolling down, let's look at academic research areas. You'll see a selection here. Choose as many as you need. I'm going to select historical studies. If I hold down the control key, I can select more than one. I'm going to select all these. And if you have additional topics, things that you don't find in this area, please insert these here. So let's say migration. You notice I've started typing in migration, and these are already in the system. So if migration's here, actually I'm going to select that. If I have more, separate them by commas. Let's try energy. wow, look, there's all these already in the system. So actually energy markets. Now I've selected energy markets, and those are my keywords for now. If you have to add a new one, you can add your own. Selected publications. This is if you already have your own publications entered into the system. If you do, you can choose from as many as you want here to end up in your profile. And if you have external links, for example, my own personal blog, http://blog.com, whatever it may be, you can add that here. Good, now we finished that section. Let's scroll back up. Let's close Academic Profile. If you have any media experience, you can open up media experience. For example, you have a CNN interview. You'll notice we have television, radio, print, and web. Let's say I have a CNN interview, and let's give the link for that, cnn.com, and of course you can add more items in the appropriate spots as you need. When you've done that, you can close media experience, and then you're basically finished. There is a selection you can do in authoring information, but I'm going to come back to that in one moment. That is really the essence of the profile. Now you can hit save. And once you hit save, it'll say Profile Drupal Dummy has been created. You'll notice now there's a profile link here. And now we actually are looking at this profile. You can see all this information that we have entered, your bulleted list, etc. Contact information, all the above. Now, if you go to this page, in the future, you'll see this Edit tab. If you hit Edit, and if you've already created a profile, this is how you can do that. Now you can go and you can re-edit all your sections. So that's quite simple. There might be a chance that you are editing or adding the profile of another user. If you happen to be, for example, a staff or faculty member entering a profile of another faculty member, there's just one alternate step. So again, you log in to your account as usual. Once you log in, you will notice this Create Content in your own personal navigation box here. You hit Create Content, hit Create Profile, and now as a first step, because you're making a profile for another user, go down to this authoring information field and make sure to select what is the Novell ID of that user. So in my case, I'm actually Brandon Kruger, and my Novell ID is Kruger B. I start typing it in, and there it is. Doing this means that after you finish creating a profile, the other user can edit it later on. So there might be some cases where you have a user who's not at the university or not able to reach the web. You can edit this, add this for them, and then later when they come, they can log in, and because you put them as the author, they can edit this themselves. So that's, in a nutshell, creating and editing a profile. We wish you luck, and of course, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email the CEU web team. Thank you.